Hi guys, the Middle Maniac back again, and in this video, I'm going to be doing a review on the album Left Hand Path by the band Entombed. Um, oh, also, have you guys ever wondered what happened to the band Morbid after Dead left and joined Mayhem? Well, they eventually became the band Entombed. Yeah, they just sort of renamed the band and then changed their style of sound a bit. Um, but yeah, so this is Entombed's their debut album. It was released. Hold on, when was it released? Oh yeah, it was released in 1990. So this was definitely the decade of um, I guess sort of not really mainstream death metal, but like more sort of or death metal got the forefront of people's attention. But yeah, so this was released in 1990. And the band members. Okay, hold on, the text is very small. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Yufe Carter, Yufe Carterland on guitars and bass. Lars Goran Petrov on vocals. Alex Helland on guitars, and Nikki Anderson on drums and bass. But yeah, so let's get into it. So the first song is of course the title track, Left Hand Path, and it's my favorite track on the album. It has probably the most atmosphere of any of the songs on the album. And it kind of has a little bit of that sound you would hear on the Morbid EP. Just a little bit, not too much, but it does have that leftover sort of style, especially near the end of the song, where it goes very much into more of a melodic sort of section. Really creepy, really eerie. But yeah, it does have sort of a mixture of the sound of Entombed and then the sound of Morbid, minus the sound of Morbid in terms of vocals, of course. But yeah, Left Hand Path, the title track, is a great way to start off the album, and my favorite song on the album. All right, next song is Devoured. Sorry, the stupid picture is in the way. As you can see there, it's kind of hard to see the second half of the word. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that says devoured. Or no, wait, that might be a W in there. So I think it says drowned. But yeah, this song is also really, really good. Definitely still has a little bit of that atmosphere that the first song has. But yeah, a really, really great song as well. And the next song is Revel in Flesh. This one's pretty good. Definitely not as good as the first two, but it's still pretty good. It has a very, very memorable riff to it. Oh, and a thing to mention, a lot of these songs, actually all of them, have a very, very, very heavy, heavy, heavy down-tuned guitar sound to it. Which I'm not that used to, because I'm used to listening to, like, most of the death metal I listen to is, for the most part, stuff from, like, the late 80s. Some stuff from the early 90s, but mostly the late 80s. Say, like, 87 to 89. But, so I'm not really used to, like, because in the 90s it was very, very much a thing for that particular time in death metal to have such a very, very, very down-tuned guitar sound. I mean, yeah, it's very common today, But there's just something about the older style of production paired with that style of downtuned guitar, um, that really catches you off guard, and you're like, whoa, that's even more amazing, how it sounds with the older style of production. Um, yeah. And then the next song is When Life Has Ceased. This one's also a really good song. I'd say the mid section of the album is where they implement some really sort of thrashy, almost a little bit thrashy, a little bit more fast paced kind of guitar riffs, which I really really love. But yeah, Rebel and Flesh is a great song. Oh no, When Life Has Ceased, sorry, I'm on that song. But yeah, just a really great song. Supposed to Rot is another one that keeps that more thrashy guitar riff. Um, I love that one as well. Um, But Life Goes On is also another really, really good song. Um, I'd say probably one of my favorite vocal moments is in this song. Um, Bitter Loss is also really good. Morbid Devourment is probably my second favorite song on the album. Um, it not only has some of the best vocals on any of these songs, but it also has that really sort of thrashy riff to it as well, and it kind of has a little bit of that atmosphere from the first track. It's good in every way. Basically, it has everything good about it from the rest of the album put into one song. But yeah, and then Abnormally Deceased is also a really good one. Let's see. The Truth Beyond is another amazing one. I'd say it's probably my third favorite on the album. Really love the lyrical content. Really love the just it musically as well, and the vocals again are just fantastic. Also going back to Abnormally Deceased for a minute. What's his name again? Um, Lars Goran Petrov. He does in one of the I think in the midsection of the song, he does this really sort of sinister growly laugh. That kind of reminds me of the sort of sinister laugh that Camley did on many of the songs on the album From Beyond by when he was in Massacre. But yeah, just really interesting sort of almost gives me sort of a nostalgic feel in a way, considering the fact that um, I don't know, I just really like it, and just that kind of brought me back to that album. Um, let's see, Cranial Leftovers is a okay song, and then Premature Autopsy is the closing track, and that's a pretty good closing track. It has probably the most different style of vocals compared to the rest of the album, because for the most part, the rest of the majority of the album, I'd say like 98%, no, 99% of it, the vocals are more. They kind of like the vocals on here have a similar kind of sound to say the vocals in the death metal band Autopsy, where they're sort of raspy but also have that growl to them. Um, but with the Premature Autopsy, they take that style of vocal, but then layer over it another style, the more sort of um, guttural style of death metal vocals, which also is really awesome. So you have kind of two different style of death metal vocals going at once, which again kind of reminds me of a song on another album, and that's the song what is it again? What's that song from that album? Oh yes, Secured Limitations from the album Gateways to Annihilation by Morbid Angel. Just the two completely different style of death metal vocals, going out and basically messing with your expectations throughout the entire song. Like you don't expect two different death metal vocals going on at the same time, but they're there, and it's really awesome. So that's what this song reminds me of. Um, but yeah, really great, really great. Um, Also, moving on to the artwork for a second. The artwork on the back does not fit the artwork on the front. The artwork on the front does not fit the artwork on the back. That's what I was trying to say. Because the artwork on the front is... Let's talk about the artwork on the front first. The artwork on the front is really, really good. You can see that's the left-hand path that they're talking about. It's sort of like a forest with sort of like a walkway and then like a little tree branch there. Is that a tree branch? No, that's like a very, 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 very skinny path, just sort of on top of a chasm. And then on this side you get a little stepway, and then there's like a gigantic memorial stone that says, "Rest in festering slime. Here burns the souls of 1,000 generations. Join the club." And then like the ground is opening up beneath it. And then if you look closely, in like the in the hill itself, right here, there's just just a collage of sinister-looking faces, almost as if the souls of the people who died that this memorial stone was made for are just sort of haunting the area. And then the back is completely different. I honestly don't know what this is supposed to be. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I can't tell what's going on here. But yeah, so overall, a really, a really good, solid death metal album. I'm gonna give this a 7 out of 10. It's really good. But who knows? I think there might be better. I don't know. I don't think it's great, but it is really good. But yeah, 7 out of 10. So that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.